Good day. You're welcome to another fantastic edition of 360 Sports. This is your one sport station where you definitely have to watch all trending stories in the world of sport. Before I continue, I want to say a big thank you for our viewers out there who have been dropping comments on the Facebook pages, on Twitter and Instagram, telling us how wonderful our program has been. And also in a particular, not in any particular order, without mentioning any names, we definitely want to appreciate a particular person who dropped a comment on Facebook telling us that she, luckily for us and luckily for a female, she said she keeps the time when it's time for 360 Sport. I want to say a big thank you to you. And also on Twitter, the young man that dropped his age first, telling us how much he doesn't miss our show. I want to say a big thank you for being part of this wonderful moment. Like they do say, without you, they cannot definitely be us. On this note, my name is Mudashiru Shitu. We're taking you in the world of sport in the next few minutes, and we'll go on a quick break. When we come back, I'll tell you what we've got for you today. You're welcome back. This is 360 Sport. For you, and what's trending has to do with what's going on in Nigeria Rugby Federation. A lot of things I've been wondering since the last election last year in Abuja about what has been happening to the Nigerian Rugby Federation. I'm not going to do this alone. I have a very gentleman in the house who is also a colleague and has been writing and talking so much about rugby and many other sports in Nigeria. Welcome, Mr. Otu. You're welcome into the building.
It's nice having me on the show today.
I want to call you Mr. Rugby Man.
I'm not. I just love that passion of covering rugby. It's been on which I've been doing for almost 3 years, and I just love covering rugby. That's all.
That's Mr. Otu for us, and we'll be looking at different stories that's emancipated from the Nigerian Rugby Football Federation. My first question for Mr. Otu as regards to the Nigerian Rugby Football Federation is the much talk about Nigerian Rugby Football League. We know that we have many leagues in Nigeria, the football leagues, the table tennis leagues and all that. In a long time, we've been waiting for this. So far, so good. Under the chairman, the president of the Nigerian Rugby Federation, Mr. Kelechi, how has the Nigerian Rugby League been so far?
Yeah, thank you. The Nigerian Rugby League has been thriving despite the issues they had, the election. The election has been done and dusted. Mr. Kelechi Mbagu is the president of the Nigerian Rugby Football League. And after that, he actually emancipated that they should have a proper league. Initially, they were separated, the northern side, the northern region, the southern, western region. And also, there were not much coverage on the southeast, south-south region. So now that we have Mr. Kelechi Mbagu on board, he brought all the zones together. We have Mr. Omdike representing the southeast, south-south zone. Mr. Yara Abubakar representing the northern zone. And the southwest, south zone also represented by, I'll call it being represented by Aziz Ladipo. But I'm not really that sure if he is the one representing because he is the captain of the Black Stallions. But now, the league itself has started. We are in the 4th week for the southwest zone. We have, under the southwest zone, we have in the Cowrie Football Club, that is Division 1. We have Racing Football Club. We have in Lagos Rugby. And we have in King's College, which is under the Division 2. But let me just speak on the northern zone first of all.
Before you do that, Mr. Kelechi, let me take that from you. It's the fact that how effective has been this league going on? Because you know, Nigerian league has even been in existence for long. We still have atrocities and lack of standards and keeping and all that. So far, so good in Nigerian Rugby League. Score them.
I'll give them in percentage or in what?
Yeah, over 10.
Over 10. I'll actually give them an 8.
That's almost perfect.
Yeah, I'll give them 8. The only issue they have now is they're trying to look for a way to get a sponsorship for the rugby league. You know, with the rugby league, when you talk about rugby in Nigeria, it's not that really, it doesn't have much more viewership. We have less people coming to the stadium to watch the rugby league. But when you talk about rugby outside Nigeria, it's expanded. Talk about South Africa, talk about Kenya, talk about Zimbabwe, Uganda. It's outside, it's broad. So rugby in Nigeria, it's growing. It's growing. That's why Mr. Kelechi Mbago, the president of the Nigerian Rugby League Federation, has deemed it fit to ensure that we have much more presence outside Africa. And outside Nigeria also. But the league itself, it's moving. The league itself has started. Like I was saying, we have the Northern Zone, which we have like 7 teams representing the Northern Zone, and the Southeast Zone, which they're just coming in.
Yeah.
We're having 4 teams there. We're having Rocket Bull, we're having the Delta State Rugby Football Club, the Abia State Rugby Football Club, and we're having Warri Wolves Rugby Football Club. Those are there for the South.
Out of the zones, which of them are started? You said the Southwest Zone has started.
Southwest Zone has started.
Are the other zones started?
Yeah, they've started also. With the Southeast Zone, made up of the 4 teams. Rocket Bull are the league leaders. They won 2, because I'm with 2 now. They won 2 of their games consecutively. They are 8 points. We have that of the Northern Zone. They just started immediately after the Ramadan break. We're having Bariwa. They beat Kano Police by 50-0. They are topping the group. Okay. But when you come up the Southwest Zone, divided into 2 divisions. For Division 2, we have Echo Rugby Football Club, topping the league table. Then we have Kari Football Club, topping also the league table in Division 1. So that is how it stands there.
Yeah, you talk about the league. Beyond the league, what's going on in the federation of within the league? What's really going on that can be a catchy? What are they doing? Don't you have grassroots programs? Don't we have things that will enhance the league? Yeah,
there are grassroots programs. That is one of the mandates of Mr. Kelechi Mbago. There are grassroots programs. In fact, they haven't. The last time I watched him spoke on national TV, he was mentioning about which he wants to move rugby into schools, okay. Secondary schools. You know, most of these guys playing rugby now, they started from schools. And if you want to know the rudiment of rugby, you start from the tender age, the rules, the game. But me, for instance, playing rugby, I might not really understand the rules of the game. I have to just learn the rules of the game, which I am doing now. But playing rugby, you have to start from, catch them young, then from them, they now, because we have, Aziz Ladipo was formerly, we have Aziz Ladipo, we have Mohammed, we have Taru from Kauri. And most of these guys started at a very tender age, and they played rugby when they were very young. So you find most of them in the team, they were together right from the onset.
When is this league going to end? And what is the standard, the normal stipulated period for a league? Or this is just a trying process, a test run league? So far, so good.
It's not a trying process, and it's not a test run because it has been on for so many years. I was speaking with Aziz Ladipo concerning the league. What they intend doing is that the winner for the Southwest Zone, Division 2, Division 1, and the winner for the Northern Zone and the Southeast South-South Zone, we have to come together and play Super Cup, which the venue has not been announced yet. So the league has been existing, but they need much popularity, much support. They actually they appointed a foreigner, Mr. James Good, as the general manager, who has much experience in terms of rugby to get in sponsorship for the league itself.
That's it for viewers out there. If you want to learn how to play rugby, that's that all procedures, and it's going to come to your school so soonest. My next question, as we still regards to rugby, still on that topic, is the way forward. It seems there have been issues in the past about presidency, who is the president of the Nigerian Rugby Football Federation, the African president and guiding body stepped in and all that. For you, what's the way forward for Nigerian rugby, and what should be done to make sure we get to the promised land?
In getting to the promised land, and the way forward has been, which they've done, because they had an AGM early this year, which the president of Rugby Afrique, Mr. Abdulaziz Budka, he came into Nigeria and he overseed the AGM, which was being done. He also ensured that the league itself starts. He also ensured that Nigeria, because despite all the issues surrounding the league, we have been banned, and the ban has been lifted. And now we are playing. We are meant to play a game against Niger on the 11th of August to ensure that we move from the rankings. Because in Africa we have 3 competitions: the Rugby Gold Cup, the Rugby Silver Cup, and the Rugby Bronze Cup. The Rugby Gold Bronze Cup has been played, is won by Ghana. The Rugby Silver Cup is being played. The finals will be played in August 24 between Zimbabwe and Zambia and Zimbabwe. Just because it's like you are moving from a step to another step. Because the Rugby Gold Cup is one of the tournaments which takes you to the World Cup rugby itself.
And Nigeria is still in the bronze.
We are not even in the 3 competitions. We are not in the 3 competitions.
So the friendly we're going to have against Niger is to perhaps get us into the
get us into the board, get us into the team, and get us into the proper competition itself. Because we have to play. It's not like football whereby you play one qualifier or a series of qualifiers. It's a phase. You move from the bronze to the silver, then to the gold, then we're up and...
Yeah, see my question. In Africa, how can you rate us?
We are far behind in terms of rating.
Over 10?
Over 10, 2.
2. And how many years do you think it will take us for us to get to the bronze medal competition before we go to the silver?
We have to play so many games as possible for us, because before we were being banned, we played against Morocco, which we won. It was the last game against Mauritius we lost, because that was the game that has to take us from Pool C to Pool B. So we lost that particular game. So in terms of development in Nigeria as regards rugby, there are lots of games which we have to play, friendly matches, qualifiers, then take us to the next level.
So how many years do you think we should give this?
Let's say a year or 2.
No, I mean, you mean that a year or 2 is enough for us to go from bronze to gold?
It depends on the timing of the Rugby Africa itself. If the competition comes up next year, if it's a yearly event, okay, fine, we'll move to the yearly event, because rugby in Africa generally is really moving. We have, like I said, we have Zimbabwe coming up, Kenya coming up. We have South Africa, they've always been there.
And they're the best in Africa.
They're the best in Africa. When you
Followed by
Kenya.
Kenya?
Yes.
I was thinking Zimbabwe.
No, Kenya.
Okay.
Because South Africa, Kenya are one of the top teams that, when you're talking of rugby, they both represented Africa in London Sevens and Paris Sevens. So
now is our brother, Ghanaian brother in rugby, so far so good? Are they in the same power that are ahead of us in this sport called rugby?
The Ghanaians are really, because I do watch most of their online. I do watch most of their games online. They are really, they have much more developmental growth in terms of rugby in Ghana. We are just, because of the issues and crises.
So we still have a long way to go.
We have the guides. I would say the guys themselves in Nigeria are really trying hard to make sure we forge ahead in terms of rugby in Nigeria. But I'm hoping very soon, probably next year, because I was chatting with the technical director, Mr. T.N.C. Williams, on the issue of we not getting into, because we're supposed to be part of the African Youth Qualifier and Championship coming up in Algeria. The rugby, I asked him, he said the teams were not able to get qualifying serious.
Thank you very much. And obviously, he has let the cat out of the bag. When we go on a quick break, when we come back, we'll be looking at the 3rd edition of all African Youth Games that was taking place, that will soon commence in Algeria. Don't go away. We're still live here. Welcome back. I'm sure you've been enjoying yourself with those informative analyses from Mr. Otu as regards to the Nigerian rugby, the way forward, and where we will get to in the next year. But it's not yet an happy moment for us in rugby, but we hope, according to Mr. Otu, who is still a part of the programs. And the 3rd edition, we'll be looking at African Youth Games. You know, Africans and the youth has been something that has been trending so much. We've been talking about African Youth President. We'll be talking about Nigerian Youth President. When will the youth take over the aims of affairs, leadership in politics? But politics are bad. It seems over and over again that the youth give so much when it comes to sport. And that's why for every 4 years, Africans celebrate or participate in this tournament, who is having the third edition starting soon. That's the third edition of African Youth Games being hosted by Algeria. And just some days back, Team Nigeria departed the shore of this country to Algiers with 280 athletes, 136 officials, 24 sport medicals and anti-doping personnel to be able to make sure that we do so well, everything in the right place as regards to the African Youth Games in Algeria. Yet, we just departed with many sports. What should we be expecting from the African Youth Games going to Algeria?
What we should be expecting is nothing less than gold, at least, because last edition we were third in the table rankings, and we are expecting to get it just before anything else, nothing less than gold, because this competition is a way to at least guide these lads in preparation for the Olympic Games. And this is why this competition is being hosted every 4 years. Prepare these guys, prepare these boys in football, weightlifting, canoeing. I was reading out I saw canoeing. I know we have been, we had
Kenya set some Olympics in the past.
Olympics in the past. But my worry is now is
there's no rugby there. Okay.
Hopefully there will be rugby very soon. There will be rugby very soon. My worry there is the guys going into this competition, coming back. Is there any processes, even if they emerge at the table champions? What are their processes in Nigeria? Because they can't just go and come back and leave them aside. They have to go and come back and start preparing for the Olympic Games. Most countries of the world are preparing so much. They've pumped in so many money for their athletes, preparing for these games. What are we Nigerians doing in order for us to? But I just hope the government should do much more in ensuring that not just for the Olympic Games, no, for the All-African Games, at least for subsequent games coming in Africa and also the Olympics.
Yes, and also the Olympics. Before I ask you our chances of doing better than last year's edition, let's not forget the age bracket is between the age of
18.
And 18. And most times, age cheat has always been a problem with most African countries. Do you think the set of young lads, you understand, going are within that age bracket?
Yes, I believe so, because they are very, very strict, because when you're talking about age cheats in Africa, which is much more paramount here in our country, in our continent here, we are also ensuring that these guys, these young lads between 15 and 18 are the real 15 and 18 years, in quote, because going in there, like you read so far, we have the anti-doping, we have most of these official guys, the medicals, the physiologists, to check if they are the real age grades for this competition. But I hope Africa will definitely get it right very soon.
Yes, our chances. Look, all the sports we've mentioned so far. We have judo there, we have swimming there. We also not forgetting that we have football there and other. Apart from football, which is always like our, joker, what sport do you think we can do so well, based on the fact that we've done so well in the past in it?
I'll be looking at weightlifting.
Weightlifting?
Yeah, weightlifting, because we had so much fun on the All-African Games in weightlifting, which we had much more gold medals. I'll also be looking at football, which is the Martin, because last edition we were also the current champions for that category. I'll also be looking at judo. I'll also be looking at athletics and also basketball. Let's not forget basketball. We are really thriving ahead in terms of basketball. I just hope we get much more medals than which we had last year.
Yes, and my question on that, how should we take winning in youth games? Because, we have this do or die affair in every winning thing. We must win. Nobody want to lose when it comes to Nigeria. Even when a toddler wants to participate, you say you must win. You're in the winning syndrome. Is it a developmental program, or we should be so concerned about how we fare in terms of table ranking?
On the issue of the winning mentality, should not be the point of bone of contention. It just they have to give these guys much more development, not just winning. Yes, they can win, but their growth in terms of the game they should not allow them to just ensuring that they must go out all out and win at all cost, which should not be the main focus now. But yes, we can ensure that, okay, there are so many motivational tools for these guys to ensure that they win, but winning mentality should not be there. We should just bank on the growth and development of these guys. We never can tell, next 4 or 5 years, these guys may still be representing the country.
Yeah, it's an interesting moment with Mr. Otu in the house. I'm sure for those of you, you can keep in touch with us as regards to the update on the Oja Games 2018. So every day on our program here, we'll definitely be giving you the gold medals who have done this and many other sports that we are participating in. Yes, I want to say a big thank you to Mr. Otu.
Thank you very much.
When we call on you, you definitely be...
Sure, definitely.
And I also know, but next time, we'll be seeing rugby participating in
hopefully
in the African Youth Games. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Yes, this is where we're going to drop the curtain for today. I want to say a big thank you for being part of this. I want to say, for those of you, I can't just read all the names on our social media pages for you, but I've always promised, and I'll keep to my promise. And guess what the promise is? Whoever in choosing not in any particular policy will be part of the program one day and join us live in the studio to talk about sport. Yet, my name is Timu Dashiwishitu. From me to the rest of you, enjoy your day.